Hola clase, ¿cómo están? Excelente. Bienvenidos al Viernes con Señor Caucao. Welcome to Friday. All right, so Spanish 2 video here. Let's go ahead and kick it off with the warm-up. Okay, so right now we are using the stem changers from that list that I gave you, the list about stem changing verbs. Okay, in that PowerPoint. So go ahead, saquen papel y practiquen. Pause the video now. Okay, I sleep in my house is yo duermo en mi casa. They begin the work. Ellos empiezan el trabajo. Imagine like if somebody's re-roofing your house or something, you can say, oh, they begin the work on Tuesday. He can read, or literally, he is able to read. This one is él, if you want to say él, puede leer. Okay, that's how these verbs work, because the first one says he is able, and the other one we leave alone because it just says to read, leer, okay? He is able to read. He is able to eat. He is able to swim. Puede comer, puede leer, puede nadar. That was weird. Okay, that's one. Or number 4. We serve bread and cheese. Nosotros servimos queso y pan. We just conjugate like any other verb because it's nosotros. Okay, so this question, answer with the verb. ¿Qué pides en Zaxby's? Yo pido pollo y papas fritas. Pido pollo. This one, ¿dónde prefieres estudiar? So you can say, prefiero estudiar en mi casa. Okay? That's not a question, sorry. Good. Prefiero estudiar en mi casa. Okay, so real quick, I'm going to briefly review your notes PowerPoint here for stem changing verbs. So again, what we've been doing for the last couple of weeks is verb conjugation. O, as, a, amos, ais, an, etc. What we're doing now is no different. There's just one little extra step. Okay? So we run, corremos, they live, viven, I talk, hablo. We know that front and back, and if you don't, you need to go back and practice. Okay? It's extremely important, or the rest of the year you're going to be kind of struggling. So stem changing verbs, it says some special verbs require one additional step when conjugating them. I'm referring to the letter that turns into other letters when you get to it. For example, in the word dormir, this is an O to UE stem changer. So dormir becomes this. Duermo, duermes, duerme, dormimos, dormís, duermen. And again, I can't overemphasize the importance of repetition. If you walk around your house or talking to whoever and you practice this, if you say duermo en mi casa, duermo en mi carro, duermo en el sofá, and if you say duermo, 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 it's going to sound very wrong indeed if you say dormo. Yo dormo, no, it is duermo. Yo duermo mucho. Mi amigo duerme mucho. Ellos duermen. Okay, and here is your vocabulary that I gave you along with this. So we have 10. The E to IE verbs, querer, preferir, pensar, empezar. The O to UE, dormir, poder, almorzar. E to I, servir, pedir, and then U turns to UE in jugar, like yo juego, tú juegas. Okay, and we did these examples. I sleep a lot. Yo duermo mucho. They serve chicken. Ellos sirven pollo. We play soccer. Jugamos al fútbol. Okay? So that's that. Now I'm going to go over your sheet that I gave you. This is the one you didn't have to turn in, but I did want you to practice. So if you haven't practiced it, make sure to at some point. Okay. Now this, I'm just going to go over one of these because you should be able to get the idea from all that we've done. So let me put this into Paint, and let's have a look. All right, querer, completely conjugated out, is this. It goes quiero. See if I can get this lining up right. All right, quiero is for yo. Then it goes quieres, quiere. Okay? And then over here, for nosotros, we have queremos. Then we have queréis. And finally, quieren. Okay? So there you go. Oh well, that was a mistake. You saw it. So then we scroll down. So let's do these. All right, and remember, I told you try to figure out what each one says. This one is tú quieres la fruta. You want the fruit, or you want fruit. Número dos, ellos duermen en mi casa. They sleep at my house. Número tres, nosotros servimos la comida. We serve the food. Mi amigo pide un refresco. My friend orders a soft drink. Yo encuentro mis llaves. I find my keys. Número seis. Paulina prefiere jugar. Paulina prefers to play. Okay, so remember, that's how some of these work. So, prefiere jugar. She prefers to play. Puedo jugar. I am able to play. Pienso jugar. I plan to play. Okay, so that's how those work when you have two verbs that are working together. All right, I play soccer. Go al fútbol. They want to run. Ellos quieren correr. There's another one of those, so you leave the second verb completely alone. We prefer the chicken. Preferimos el pollo. He plans to travel to Cuba. Él piensa viajar a Cuba. And the last one, do you serve fish? You could ask, ¿sirves pescado? If you're asking politely, it would be sirve. You're talking to usted. So you want to talk to like an adult waiter. ¿Sirve pescado? And he says, sí. All right, and again, the last part I don't need to go over. If it doesn't fit, then it's not right. So just check that over. And if you really need help, just contact me and I'll see if I can help you. Okay, now if we go to the website, if we go to tinyurl.com/cow-stems, it takes us right to this stem changing thing, okay? All right, so for example, just to show you what this is, you can study this on your own time. So to want, querer, to prefer, preferir, to think or plan, pensar, and so on. We've already gone over those. So once you get through those, you have this. I want to run. Quiero correr. He prefers to read. Prefiere leer. They play soccer. Juegan al fútbol. So it goes, it's got about 12 of them, 12 or 13 to practice. One that I've mixed up this year, to find, encontrar, it's kind of like the word encounter, like you encounter something, you encounter your keys, you find them. So that is the Quizlet. Okay, now here's the small assignment I want y'all to do, but you don't have to turn this in. We're just going to look over this when we meet again. Okay, so this is like a little fake Twitter profile that I made. It says, Me llamo Señor Coward. Puedo hablar español. I am able to speak Spanish. So using your verbs, which are here, they're here on this sheet that I gave you. Okay, make a little profile about yourself with 5 sentences. Tell me one that says, I plan to do blank. I prefer, I want, I'm able, I eat lunch at, I order, I play. There's a lot of good options here. I want to see 5 of them that you make your own, okay? To tell me about you, like to actually tell me about you, actual true things, okay? So that's to do, but not to turn in. All right, these are little sentences that I wrote about a character, and I want you to try to figure out who it's describing. Quiere los Krabby Patties. Prefiere ser una mala persona. I can tell you that ser means to be. Prefiere ser una mala persona. Empieza su plan. Duerme en su restaurante. Puede hablar. Sirve comida. ¿Quién es? So take a moment, pause the video if you need to, understand what those say, and it should be only one person that comes to mind. All right, the answer is Plankton, the little green guy on SpongeBob. He wants the Krabby Patties. He prefers to be a bad person. He's beginning his plan. He sleeps in his restaurant. He's able to talk. He serves food. Who is it? Plankton. Okay? So, last thing, and then I'll leave you. This is going to be on Google Classroom, and it's another practice sheet. Okay, and then we'll be done with sim changers. So this says, write a true sentence about these people with the following verbs. Yo and pedir. So if pedir means to order, I want you to tell me something that you actually do order. I order French fries at McDonald's. Okay? Something that's true. Make it a short little sentence there. Using almorzar, we have some good repetition here. Say where the following people eat lunch. I have lunch at Burger King, we have lunch at McDonald's, etc. Answer the question in Spanish using your sim changing verbs. Okay, so answer with a verb. And the bottom ones are just, God, I'm so sorry. I'm tired today. The last one, this is when you're using 2 verbs together. Okay, he prefers to run. We plan to study. I'm not able to drink milk. And the last one is just practicing the word for clothes. All right. This I do want you to turn in, okay, because I want to see where everybody is with this stuff. And it's not so much for a grade. So even if you're tempted to do something like Google Translate and just punch it in, just don't. The whole point, the reason I created this is because I want to see where you are with the material, okay? That's all I need. All right. So that is it for this time. And I'll see you on the next one. Adios.